Hi friends, good evening. I am Kapil Tiwari. It's been long time that I was thinking about to create my video and upload it in FB, but it took lot of time. I don't know, but there was some sort of fear that was pulling me back, due to which it took long time. But now today I have overcome on this fear. I have converted that impossible things into a possible world, and because of this mindset only, I am just creating this my first video, and I'm gonna upload it in FB. So now I'm going to talk about this word which is impossible. So my dear friends, nothing is impossible in this world. I'm sure that you have already heard about this tagline, but really this tagline means a lot for everyone. Really, if you think on this, then really nothing is impossible in this world. Everything is depend on our mind. If we can think of anything, we can achieve. If we can think big, we can achieve big. If you have noticed this, there are a lot of inventions, there are a lot of discoveries have happened in the past. But it took lot of time, lot of years, so many years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years for that inventions. So people thought of that inventions ki yes, I can do that. So 50 years back or 100 years back, some of the person, any of the person have got that idea, yes, it is possible and I can do it. And he started working on that. But now, after it took 50 years, it took 100 years to discover or to invent anything. So to convert that mindset from impossible to possible, it took that much years. But now, if you see, the moment they created or they invented or they discovered anything, after that time, hardly it took few years that people have reinvented something, people come up with some modifications, people come up with different mindsets and suggestions that it can be done in a better way. But if you see the journey where people have come up with the mindset that yes, it can be done, and they started working on it. So it took 50 years from that concept creation to the discovery. So 50 years of that duration, impossible, conversion of impossible to possible. But then once that impossible has converted into possibilities, then mindset among people changed, and people started thinking, if one can do, then I can also do. If one can achieve, I can also achieve. So then people started coming up with modifications, suggestions for that invention. And then hardly from 50 years of conversion to now, hardly if you see, people are coming up and suggesting some modifications in few years only. So there is a mindset shift. One more example I can give it, like in our India, that we treat cricket as a World Cup. So now in World Cup, if you have seen, it took so many years to create double century, like 200 runs. Hardly people even, before this, people can't even think of 200 runs. If a team has created 200, it was a big thing. If team has created 300 runs, then it was a huge. If any team has created or made 400 runs, then it was a achievement for that team. But nobody ever thought of creating or making 200 runs. But once it is done, so that means impossible world converted into possible world. And then the moment that 200 runs once made by a god of cricket, then after that, people started making those 200 runs, started crossing that 200 runs. I think Rohit Sharma has created made more than 200 runs. twice. And then, so apart from Rohit Sharma, there are other players also who have also crossed the 200 ka bar. So that it took lot of time, lot of years to convert that conversion from impossible to possible, to make that 200 ka level as a normal thought process, and people crossed it. But again, just crossing 200 runs was not the bigger task. There are some players who have break that 200 record as well. Then Virender Sehwag is there. Virender Sehwag, who has created a history, who has crossed the bar of 300 runs. So man, these are few examples which I have given. So nothing is impossible in this world. Everything is possible. I have learned it. I have feel it, and it's my personal experience. So my dear friends, start thinking big. If you think big, you can achieve big. So it's my humble request. Start believing in yourself. Start dreaming. You can achieve whatever you want. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Thank you.